Hello, everyone. Hello, Linda. Hello, Gabriela, Louisa, Kiki. Thank you for being here and joining me on day 16. It's already been 16 days in a row. We have been doing 10-minute portraits. 10 minutes is the seed, the idea, the low bar that we set for ourselves just to come in and do the practice, and perhaps it becomes something longer than 10 minutes. We are going to be working from this reference of Eric today. So we'll see how we go with 10 minutes. And I'm going to keep it fairly short because we have preparations for the festive season as we move closer to the return of the light. There are things that have to be done in our house. Imola is here. Hello, Silesh, Maria. It's so good to have you here. Gabriela, Elizabeth. You remembered with seconds to spare that we're live streaming. Yes, here we are, and it's so good that you're all here. So here is a reference, and I just have a thing to read to you, because when I get in touch with our muses, I like to ask them if there's something I can say on their behalf. And Eric is an industrial designer from Chile, and his self-taught. I was hoping to see more of his work on Instagram. There's a lot of bouldering, which is also very inspiring. He's very good at climbing and bouldering. But there's also some really cool stuff in there from his participation in the Kenyo community, and also a really lovely photography account. And yeah, he's been working on dedicating himself to figurative work in oil, which I would love to see more of. So Eric, if you're watching this, please let me know where we can see your work. June is here. Congratulations. It's so nice to have you here for a live stream. And Maya and Ike. So Eric hasn't painted in a while as he's dedicated to design teaching. And you can find more references of Eric in the Kenyo chat. And if you want to get into the Kenyo chat, join the Discord server. And in the resources section, I put in the link to the Kenyo chat, or you can just write to me and I will send you the link. But I'm not going to put it up here for all of the bots to see. Lovely, artistic, creative, sharing people are welcome, and bots are not, because they're not those things. Let's get into this after I show you a couple more things, because yesterday I did a workshop, which was wonderful. It was so much fun, and I just want to show you the work that I did, and I did something cool. So this is William from a reference by Larry Davey, which was so cool. And after working on this, which was fun, this was ink, which accidentally still had some watercolor in the brush. So it became, I drew with a magenta pencil, and then it was an ink wash, but it was like magenta in the ink, and it worked out pretty nicely, I thought. And then I added some digital darkness, because I really wanted to push the idea of depth and darkness that we were working on. And I just did this to it to make it really dark. And yeah, using the digital tools to sometimes take something which we feel good about and then push it a bit further in a safe way can be a really fun thing to do. And Procreate, I find, is a really helpful app to do such things with. So that was one of the pieces we did, and we did three different approaches and ways of looking at depth and darkness. And this one, which was just a super brief, this was like 5 minutes with a parallel pen and then some water on top. Maybe another time Ike has just come in and asked me to repair something. I'm not going to do it at the moment, okay? Just leave it here. Thank you, bye-bye. So these are depth and darkness, and now we're moving towards, we still have some really nice dark reference to work with, but I have the final workshop in the series is coming up, and so I'll start thinking more about illumination in the pieces that we work on throughout the week, because Sunday's workshop will have a focus of illumination. So we're still going to be getting a bit darker. I still have some really nice dark references to work from, and I have a bug flying around here, and then we will start to think and look more about illumination and how we bring that light, or we find the light in the darkness and the way everything is illuminated that we're seeing and working from, but we'll start kind of being more conscious about it as we. He did not break a wand. No, he didn't. Let's draw. I'm kind of undecided what I'm going to work with. I haven't done any direct calligraphy pen drawings. So Kiki asks, can you use masking fluid with ink to preserve highlights? I would imagine so. The last time I used masking fluid was about 10 years ago. Some people use it and it is very effective and amazing at protecting areas that they want to preserve. But I didn't really, I don't know. It would be worth experimenting with. Experiment with it and let us know. I don't have any masking fluid anymore. It's all dried up. It's been a while. I hope that I have enough ink in my pen. If I'm going to, yeah, should be okay. This is a Pilot Parallel pen, 3.8 millimeter. I love it. And I'm going to try drawing with this one today. Let's hit it with the calligraphy pen. Let's do it. Yeah. What is everyone else using? Anyone else have a calligraphy pen here? I'm working on to Hahnemühle toned watercolor paper. And I'm going to caress this drawing with the calligraphy pen. So this is a direct ink drawing for the first time. I'll put the timer on. For the first time in this live stream series. It's not the first time I've done this in a live stream, but first time in this series. And yeah, I did this 5-minute timed drawing in the workshop yesterday, which it was reference, which just had such beautiful shadow shapes. I was having a moment with the shadow shapes in that photo by David. It was just so nice, and it was perfect for using the calligraphy pen with. Yeah, so that was really fun. And although it's been a while, a lot of the way I draw and my practice is informed by years of working predominantly with ink. And I do love calligraphy pens, so it's really fun to get back to it. Here I'm thinking of this amazing shadow shape as just being a block of shadow with this time constraint, and also just because it'll be really like effective. Just focusing on detailing the light area is going to instantly simplify a lot of my decision-making process without like not having to really address and think too much about the subtlety in the shadows. Masking fluid with ink. Yeah, I think especially like ink wash, if you're going into it with the pen, like you might, if you're pushing up against the edge, that might be. I think that could be troublesome, but I think the ink wash technique, masking fluid would probably work pretty well. And I haven't used it for a long time. I like to kind of keep it simple, but if you would like to play it safe and use masking fluid, then that could be a really good way to preserve highlights. I like the kind of extra challenge of trying to keep the highlights bright, but sometimes I just go and paint right over those highlights. So if you really would like to preserve highlights, then that could be a good way of going about it. I have been sharing the references to the Discord server, the Drawing with Dylan Discord server. And even once these daily live streams have become history and live on in the replay section of my YouTube channel, like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. yeah, you can watch all of the replays. But yeah, I was just going to say that I am going to continue sharing daily reference in the Discord server. And I look forward to sometime, I'm not planning it at the moment, because even though it's just a 10-minute live stream or a 10-minute portrait, my mind is, and my time is willingly and lovingly occupied with looking for reference and being in contact with people and planning things and thinking. And so I'm going to take a little break. But I would love to, if things turned out in such a way that I was able to do just a daily 10-minute portrait live stream all through the year, then I would be so keen to do it. But that is not something I can commit to at the moment. If you'd like to contribute to that becoming a reality, then you could buy me coffee or support me on Patreon. And that would be one way that I would be able to really focus more and more. That would be amazing. I would love to be able to keep doing this. If you love it, then you could consider throwing some tea leaves in my hat. And thank you to those of you who have. In whatever way, the liking, the coffees, buying my lessons, tutorials, Patreon, all of those things. My mentorship, which will be coming up soon, that's going to be really exciting. I look forward to finally making that an actual offer, and I'm in the process of kind of presenting and articulating what it is that I wish to share with you there. So that's going to be really exciting for next year. We're about halfway into this. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm almost done with the light side of the face. Like, it's pretty much just here. There's this light shape, and everything else is darkness. Yeah, and it's I've really loved seeing some splatter. Splatter's nice. Unintentional mark making can be exciting and nice if it's not over the highlights. I've really enjoyed seeing people who've just started the daily challenge, going back to the replays and working through these portraits with us. It's just so nice to be doing this together. And if this is the first video you're watching, then welcome, have fun, and it's nice to have you here. And it's share your work to Instagram. You can tag both me and Eric, and yeah, I'd love to see it. And the best place to share it, and the most intimate, and I feel like the most exciting for me has been seeing people share their work in the Discord server, because I can look at it like full screen size on my desktop computer, and it's really nice seeing people's inky marks and pencil scratching, and it's really beautifully high resolution on Discord. So that's something that I've really been enjoying a lot. Hey Sheila, hello. Nice to have you here. Sheila, did you see my first ever sketchy live stream? I feel like maybe you did. Back in the days when I was doing the Ink Naturally live streams, that was in 2020, those were my first ever live streams for the sketchy community. And it was like an hour every Sunday for maybe like 4 months or something. I loved it. That was my jumping into the deep end with live streaming, working in front of the camera on display and just learning the technology, and it was such a great time. I really enjoyed it. So it's really nice to see people join from back in those days. Is anyone else here? Anyone else here watch my Ink Naturally live streams back in 2020? Oh, this is cool. I like all this splattery stuff. I'm not sure my hand's in the way. It has to be how I'm drawing with this, but I'm getting a lot of inky splatter in these strokes, which I like. Just under 2 minutes left. Yeah, I really enjoyed all that time with Sketchy back in the day. That was something I actually thought was like, if somehow I could just do 30 faces, 30 days, every day, and that be my thing, and somehow pay the rent just by teaching and sharing and drawing portraits every day, like that would be pretty sweet. I'd love it. And maybe something similar could still happen. I was just thinking about that today with my daily references that I'm now sharing in the Discord server. But somehow it's akin to that. And if I feel like the 10-minute portrait idea is a really good challenge, because other challenges which are also very beneficial and great learning experiences that demand a bit more time, whether it be an hour a day or 3 hours a week. There are lots of different formats that I've been involved in and also that I'm aware of. It's a lot of time to commit, and it's worth it if you have that time. But the thing is, with 10 minutes a day, you can also draw so much and learn so much and experiment. So I feel like these 10-minute portrait challenges that I've been hosting here on my YouTube channel, that I feel like they're really digestible and fun, and I enjoy the tempo, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I feel like this has turned out pretty well, but it doesn't have to be perfect, and I think that's the great thing with 10 minutes as well, that we can be bold and experiment with things, and at the end of 10 minutes now, which is now, the timer has just gone off, at the end of 10 minutes we can feel like, maybe we've tried something, we've pushed something, maybe we stayed safe, or we just focus on one particular aspect or detail, or we're trying a different media. I've also thought about doing some of these 10-minute portraits with media that I don't use. I think that could be interesting, a way to push myself and maybe learn together. Like I have all of these, what I've been called, oil pastel or oil crayons, that I have so many of these colors and I've never used them because someone gave them to me. But I see other people doing amazing things, and I thought maybe it would be interesting to challenge myself to use them, or gouache or something, like push myself a bit more as well, in terms of media that I'm not familiar with. And I feel like the 10-minute portrait idea could be a really good context to do that within. So how's everyone doing? How did I go? How are you going? Louisa's are only ever meant to be used as postage stamp thumbnails. Awesome. If something looks good in a small format, like from really far away, from the other side of a room, on a postage stamp, like if that's a great kind of, a thumbnail image, a compositional beginning. If it's strong like that, then it's good. Kiki says, great workshop yesterday. It was, wasn't it? I loved it. It was so nice. It went a bit long, but I really enjoyed it. If you want to sign up to the workshop on the coming Sunday at dylansara.com, the link is in the description. You can join our illumination workshop, which I think is going to be very exciting. I really look forward to it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask now. I can look through the questions, and I may just flip through back. I was looking at the past 15 days, the last 2 weeks worth of 10-minute portraits, and what a journey it has been from day one to now. Like we've covered so much, so many different wonderful faces and references, and I will just thanks again Eric, it was really great working from your reference. Thank you for sharing. 13 minutes for Ike. Yeah, 13 minutes. Cool. This is not in order, but I'll just have a look through some of the previous days. I really like this one. This was so much fun. Like, this ended up being about 30 minutes that I worked on this one. And starting with the concept loosely of 10 minutes was just that impetus to be bold in the putting the ink down in the beginning, and it was really fun. Yeah, thank you for being here. June has enjoyed the ones that you've caught. I have enjoyed having you all here, whether you're present in the chat or you're watching the replay. You can say hi in the comments on the replay. Sheila says, gasp. I'm not sure exactly which one you were gasping at, but I hope you're okay. This has been so much fun. This was day 2, but Yusuf Karsh, I feel like we could dedicate a month to studying his portraits, because what an incredible photographer. So many amazing photos that he took, so it was really fun to work from. I spent some more time working on Helio's portrait today, some extra time to refine that one a bit. Yeah, this has been really cool. So thank you to everyone who has joined us. And if you have not yet had the chance to draw along with each of these, they're all in the replays right here on my YouTube channel. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just binge watch 10-minute portrait live streams on my channel. And by the end of it, you will have drawn a great many faces. And this was day 1. So this is interesting to look at these 2 together, because this was line and light. And the drawing I just did now is also a line drawing, I would say, but it's dark. So that's a really interesting kind of development from day 1 to day 16. Yeah. All right. Thank you for being here. I will be here with you in 20 minutes tomorrow, because it's Tuesday tomorrow, and you're all invited to come to my Zoom session where we draw each other for 2 hours. It is so good. I would love to see some more of you there. The link is in the description. So that's at 7:30 Central European time, which means that after that we'll be doing the live stream. So I've already scheduled it. It's going to be 20 minutes to 10 Central European time tomorrow. The replays, you have not found the replays. You get a different Dylan, Sara. Do you get Bob Dylan? So June asks, where are the replays? I wish maybe, let me see if there's an easy way to show you. On my channel, there's a section that says videos, shorts, live, community, I think. And in the community, no, not the community, and the live tab, you will see the scheduled upcoming live streams, and you will see the replays of the past ones listed under lives. Exactly. So I'm going to see if I can do this thing that I'm trying to do. I want to show you my screen, a screen share, and then I can just show you how it looks to me. Okay, so I need to a screen capture, application capture. Wait a minute, what am I looking at? Application, Safari. Here we go. This is my YouTube channel. And here, if you usually when you come here, there's this cute video of me and my daughter making poppy ink, I think, and now it says you could click on this and join the live stream, and it shows some random things here. But up here you've got videos, and then you can see the videos that I've made, and you can You can see the most popular one if you click on that, or the oldest one. That would be interesting. This was the first video I uploaded. That picture is on my wall. And then you can see shorts, which are like, if you've just got 15 seconds to watch a video, you can watch one of those. And on the live tab, this is the tab you want. So these are the upcoming live streams, and here are the previous live streams. And there are a great many of them. And there's also the Drawn Together show, if you go back far enough here, Drawn Together, which will be returning. You can watch all of these videos. You can listen to Shannon and I talk with all of these inspiring, creative people. We really look forward to the return of Drawn Together. And there's lots of 10-minute portrait live streams that you can draw along with. Drawn Together. Those were the days, and they will be the days again. So this is where you find the live streams, and somewhere there is playlists. You can go to the playlist. If you're just after 10-minute portraits, you can go to the 10-minute portrait playlist, and it will just start playing. I don't know how many hours you can spend doing 10-minute portraits with me, but you can spend many hours. And here there's a big long playlist of all of the 10-minute portrait live streams I've done. So yeah, that should keep you busy. And by the time you have drawn all of those, you have drawn...
Vor 2 Jahren war unsere Tochter oft krank. Wir wussten nicht, was mit ihr los war. Dann stellte sich heraus, dass sie unterernährt war.
So, I hope that helps. Does anyone get as much advertising on YouTube as I do? This looks like Brot für die Welt, bread for the world. That's a very worthy cause. But I get so much advertising on YouTube. So if you had to sit through lots of ads to get to this video, thank you so much for sticking with it and making it through to the other side to be here and draw with me. Thank you, everyone. I love you. See you tomorrow. Louisa said you can spend about a week drawing with my 10-minute portrait playlist, probably. So many ads. Everybody like and subscribe and click on the notifications bell. Thank you, Louisa. Hi, Paston, Uta, everyone, thank you for being here. Make a playlist and drop it in the chat. Yeah, I could do that. That's a good idea. In future live streams, I will drop the playlist in the chat. So as well as joining the Discord server, which is at the top of this live chat, you can also watch the 10-minute portraits. Thank you, and you. Thank you all for being here. I like doing this a lot, and I really love you. I really love you, and I love having you along for the ride. It's such a cool thing to do, and I look forward to going over to the Discord server now and Instagram to see the work that you have all done. And Imola has spent 25 minutes. That's a very generous 10-minute portrait, isn't it? I'll see you tomorrow. Louis, cool. All these wonderful people. Thank you for being here, and see you tomorrow.